Today, we're going to talk about how to win the house you love. Competitive market, crazy offers. How do you make sure that you come in first? Stay tuned to the very end. I'm going to give you the number one trick to make sure you win every offer you submit. I'm Zach Walker, your Texas local lender. Welcome to our channel. Today, we're going to talk about how to win the house you love. So as you may know, the real estate markets are crazy competitive all over the country. In Texas, we're seeing multiple offers on every house and appraisal waivers flying around left and right. How do you make sure when you find the house that you love that your offer is accepted and you get that house? Today, I'm going to tell you how. Starting at the top, we're going to go with pay the most, right? That's the most obvious answer. And that means you're just going to have the cash available to write an offer that is so high over asking price, you guarantee that your offer is selected. Now, you may think this is a foolproof method, and it is sometimes, but oftentimes there are other things about contracts that make people very nervous and likely to question your offer. The second part of this is your option period, right? So you can write a contract with an option period that allows you to inspect the property for defects, damage, wear and tear, and that would then turn around and give you the right to exit the contract. Another way to win the house that you love is to make sure that when you write your offer, your option period comes with a significant amount of money attached, right? So that means that if you bail based on that option period, they're going to be able to retain that money. The other thing is, don't be crazy about your option. I would always have an inspection done, but it's from my knowledge. I know that when I buy a house, I'm going to have wear and tear on the property. So as long as it's not humongous foundation issues or structural components, I'm going to go ahead and move forward with that property. The second part of the option period is the amount of time that you have. You want to do the shortest option period possible so that they don't have to worry about a 10-day delay and then you back out of the house. The third possibility to make sure that you win the house you love, appraisal waiver. So what is an appraisal waiver and what does it mean? Every time you get a loan on a property, you're going to borrow X amount of money from a lender to buy a house at X price. Let's use round numbers. For example, $400,000 house, you've got to borrow $400,000 plus whatever costs are associated. Typically, you're going to put a down payment down. There are 0 down payment options available, but in most cases, there's going to be a 3 to 5 to 20% down payment that is going to come into play. So on that $400,000 house, you may end up borrowing $385,000. The appraiser exists so that the bank doesn't overextend on a property that isn't worth what they lent you. So if they lend you $385,000 on a property that's only worth $320,000, well, now they're upside down. So an appraisal waiver is going to make sure that even if the house doesn't appraise, you have the money available to write a check for the difference. So on that same deal, it's a $400,000 house that appraises at $385,000. You're going to now bring to the table $15,000 in additional money to cover the overage on that property. That is another way to make sure that you win the house you love. Another way to do it is how you structure your contract. What I mean by that is, every different type of loan has different ups and downs, bumps and bruises, risks and rewards. FHA, VA, conventional, cash. Cash is always king. At least that's what they want you to believe. The reality is a conventional loan is no different than a cash offer. The only difference is there's no appraisal necessary. So if you want to go combat that, you sign an appraisal waiver. If you're a conventional loan borrower, you get your lender to get in contact with a listing agent and tell them about your client profile. So that's the next thing we're going to talk about, is making sure your lender is in communication with the agents involved. This is the most important part. You've got to make sure that you're working with a local lender that has the knowledge, the skill set, and the capacity to want to and be willing to engage with real estate agents. For instance, hey, Joe, real estate agent, Zach Walker, the Texas local lender, and your client, who is Bob Jones, has written an offer on such and such house. And I just want to let you know, we have fully approved him. We know he's got the money. We know he's got the ability to buy. We know all of these things line up. There's not going to be any issues with Bob buying your property. So you shouldn't have any reservations about selling him the home. If your lender is not willing to do that, you maybe need to look at a different lender. The last thing I'm going to say about winning the house that you love in a crazy competitive market is your real estate professional. How many of you go to the doctor to find the newest part-time doctor out there? That's certainly not me. When I look for a professional in any industry, I want to find somebody who is a seasoned professional, full-time, serious agent or serious fill in the blank. Why do we act differently with our real estate agents? Everybody knows 453,000 different real estate agents. When I choose to work with a professional, I want someone whose entire job it is to simply do the task I've hired them to do. So make sure when you hire an agent, especially representing you on the buying side, that you have an agent who's a negotiation specialist, who is a full-time dedicated real estate agent that has your best needs at heart at all times, and that is guaranteed to make sure they protect your interest. This is the single largest investment you're ever gonna make. So make sure you have the team around you, from your lender to your real estate agent, to protect your interest and assets. Overall, when it comes to winning the house you love, there's so many different things that play in. The market is insane right now, and there's absolutely nothing we can do to change that. We have over 100 pre-qualified clients and nowhere to put them. So it's difficult to buy a house right now. But if you follow these rules, you're gonna make sure that you have the best possible chance at winning the house you love on the first try. In our case, we had to make 3 different offers before we found the house that we ended up buying, and we loved them all, and it still took us 3 tries. I'm Zach Walker, your Texas local lender. Thank you for visiting us at our channel today. Be sure to smash that like, that subscribe button, and we will see you very soon. Have a great day.